The 124th zombie movie thriller is coming. The zombies in the film are not only bloodthirsty and extremely fast, but also have a high IQ and will use various weapons against humans. We didn't talk much nonsense and started watching dramas. A couple of young men drove to the countryside. They had planned to take an outing outside the city, but when they arrived at a village, they found that the villagers were burying several corpses in order to avoid a few people being frightened. The tour guide here told them that the deceased had an accident last night because he had drunk too much and accidentally fell into the river. But Anna looked at the same eyes of the deceased's family and faintly felt that something was wrong. But young people are very forgetful, and after playing in the woods they all forget about it. In the evening, several people came to a river and lit a fire. The Met Bureau predicted a meteor shower today, so they sat down in the open area early and raised their heads. Sure enough, it didn't take long for meteors to pass through the sky, and everyone began to make their wishes eagerly. Beasts and monkeys, in order to make the shooting effect better, walked into the river alone. Who knew that a stone shining red in the river tripped him up? He picked up the stone and examined it in his hand. Only then did he realize that all around him were such stones. The stone in his hand suddenly became hot, and the beast monkey threw the stone away in pain. But who knew that an insect had drilled into his palm? In the face of his girlfriend's shouts, the beast monkey brain was in chaos at this time. He threw down his mobile phone and rushed to his girlfriend. The beast monkey grabbed his girlfriend's clothes, and his girlfriend took a lot of effort to push the beast monkey away. But the beast monkey, who fell to the ground, suddenly had bruises on his face, and blood flowed out of his eyes and nostrils. Then he picked up the dagger on the ground and plunged a knife into his girlfriend's shoulder. In a panic, his girlfriend touched the stone next to him, and then the beast monkey, who had lost his mind, was knocked unconscious, and then the others who heard the movement also rushed over and saw the one lying on the ground covered in blood. The beast monkey was way too fierce. The group could only temporarily rest in an abandoned house in the forest. Dazhuang was about to make a distress call, but there was no signal. Dazhuang heard rustling from the nearby forest and panicked, ran. Who knows how far he had run when a creepy woman blocked his path and a man was rushing at him from behind. Seeing no other way, Dazhuang jumped aside. The two chasing him crashed into each other. The man still wanted to attack Dazhuang, but Xiao Shuai arrived just in time with a wooden stick upon hearing the noise. It was already dawn. Anna walked out of the house only to realize that all her companions were gone. Suddenly, the injured woman in the house went mad. The bruises on her face were exactly like that of the beast monkey. Anna didn't have time to comprehend when she was knocked down. And it wasn't just that one thing. The beast monkey lying close by woke up. Seeing Anna about to die in the hands of the couple, the tour guide rushed out in time and killed 2 zombies with an axe, saving the terrified Anna. At that moment, Xiao Shuai and Dazhuang rushed back from the woods. Seeing the scene, they thought the tour guide killed their peers and were about to exact revenge when Anna intervened in time. Seeing that the two were relentless, the tour guide told them about everything that had happened in the past 2 days. Apparently, the recent meteor shower in the area carried a strange virus. Anyone who came in contact with the glowing stones would turn into bloodthirsty zombies full of enthusiasm and strength. People injured by these carriers would also face the same fate. Upon hearing the truth, the group, they rushed back to the town, leaving themselves where they were initially. At this point, they realized that the car they had parked at the entrance of the village was nowhere in sight. When they were considering where to look for the car, they were shocked by the scene before them. The streets were littered with bodies. Before they could recover from the shock, several zombies emerged from the nearby house with a survivor. A few people, terrified, quickly took cover in a nearby car. They saw that the zombies were incredibly aggressive and brutal. They didn't eat the survivor immediately. Instead, they slit the man's throat with a knife. This caused everyone to tremble with fear. They wanted to slip away quietly, but they'd already been noticed by the zombies. The tour guide noticed that he'd been outside for a while and thought about going out to investigate, but then he didn't expect. This group of zombies wasn't just extremely ruthless. They demonstrated some intelligence, which even surprised the guide. As the group realized their precarious situation, a bullet suddenly struck down one of the zombies. The shooter turned out to be a long-haired woman who had run to their rescue with a shotgun. This woman, holding her shotgun, seemed like a warrior goddess taking down a zombie with each shot. Soon, all the infected were eliminated. Once the tour guide stepped out of the vehicle, he recognized the woman. It turned out the brave woman was the head of the village's security team. The group was then brought to their living quarters by this woman. Her instructions were exactly the same as the tour guide's. They were to rest there until tomorrow, and then she would guide them out of there through a secret route. At this moment, the woman's pregnant daughter-in-law served them all glasses of water. The tour guide, looking at a picture of the woman and her son on the wall, curiously asked where her son was. On hearing this, the woman's expression changed slightly. She told them her son had gone to the city a few days ago. The strong lads didn't take much notice, only the astute Anna sensed something off. Everyone else drank the freshly poured tea without a second thought, but she made the excuse of needing the toilet and didn't drink the water. As soon as she stepped out into the backyard, Anna noticed a faint smell of blood. Following the scent, she found a wardrobe. Inside, to her horror, was a corpse. Anna wanted to call out, but back outside, the muscular lads were already under the control of a hypnotic drug. Sensing something wasn't right, Anna attempted to flee, but she was stopped by the shotgun-wielding woman. Anna was then brought to her room, the woman's secret. It turns out the woman's son had been infected by the virus. The eldest sister didn't hesitate to feed him a living person. See, Lucy didn't want it this way, but the eldest sister threatened him with a gun to untie the ropes. Just like that, the eldest sister became the son's mouthpiece. Anna seized the opportunity to pick up the shotgun and pulled the trigger on the zombie. After shooting the zombie in the head, it finally died. In Anna's fearful gaze, a small black worm unexpectedly crawled out of the zombie's corpse and quickly crawled into the eldest sister's mouth. Anna quickly woke the others in the hall just as her father called her. It was only then that Anna found out there was also a zombie outbreak outside. In order to escape from here quickly and meet up with their families, they began to look for weapons. Luckily, the eldest sister still had some survival gear at home. Even pregnant Lucy found a pistol. They planned to ride a tricycle to school first. There was a school bus at the school that they could use to leave, but what they didn't know was that a group of zombies were waiting for them inside.